Hi guys, welcome. Come on in. We're gonna do our makeup. Don't look at my hair, okay? It's a mess. But I'm gonna do it after. I'd rather be put together so I can record it for you guys. I'm gonna touch up my bangs and then figure out the hair situation. I have a chiropractor appointment later on and I have some errands to run. I need to go to the post office, drop off a water bill, and pick up my prescriptions. So, my hair has to be chiropractor appropriate, meaning I should be able to lay on my back, I should be able to lay on my face. Anyway, I'm not super sure what we're gonna do today. I was kind of thinking of showing you guys this multi-serum skin tint with SPF 40 because I've been getting questions about skin tints with SPF, and this one is really good. I also really like the Flex, but this one's kind of calling my name today. Otherwise, we'll do our Olive Rose and Saint combo, which never fails me. So if you guys have any requests on that, I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, I'll just make my decision. I did already do my skincare, which is my usual. I did my hyaluronic acid mixed with my F63, which is what I call my plump duo. That helps with hydration and skin barrier support. And then I did my forehead duo, which is F59 and 002 mixed together for my forehead, massaged in fully. And that's what's really helped with the fine lines, wrinkles, and just overall texture and tone of my forehead. And then I finished with my moisturizer, which is F74. I do have a hormonal breakout right here, but it is like almost gone. It's just like the redness that's left behind. And then I think right here is perioral dermatitis. That's my guess. Because I have been brushing my teeth so much because of my Invisalign. So every time I take it out before I put it back in, I'm brushing my teeth. And I think that that's what that is. Let me know if you have any experience with that. I would love to hear from you. But yeah, I think that's it. Whenever you tune in, say hi, tell me where you're watching from. Don't make it weird and be quiet. I'm trying to decide what we should use as our base. We're either going to use the Versed Multi-Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. This is so good and it does have really good coverage. I have it in my Shop My if you guys are interested, or we'll just go in with our Olive Rose, which has never failed me. Let me know if you have a preference. And I'm also going to put my links and codes up on the screen, so then that way if you guys need to find anything, you can find it there. Hi Leah from Denmark, how cool is that? Hi Kelly from Massachusetts, welcome. Do you have a preference or should I just go for it? Skin tint with SPF, skin tint with mineral titanium dioxide that protects your skin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I gotta make a decision. I'm gonna do the Burst just to change it up a little bit. I'm also recording over here, so I'm gonna look over here as well. So then that way I can edit it and then post it over on my Instagram, okay? All right, so the way that I like to apply this is the same way as I do my Olive Rose. So I'm gonna use a kabuki brush, which is nice and dense, so it helps with better coverage. And then I just kind of pump it onto my face and then add more if needed. So again, I'm gonna be looking over here. It's too quiet over here, it's making me feel weird. I just can't really see. And I really, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to get it on my shirt. I'm trying to find my mixing palette. All right. So I'm just gonna use a mixing palette, pump it onto there, and then I'll put it onto my face. You can see it does have like a thicker consistency compared to Olive Rose. Olive Rose is more of a serum. This one does have like a thicker, more like bouncy substance to it, and I think it's because of that added SPF. And then I'm just gonna kind of boop it onto my face, and then we'll blend it out from there. Okay. And then I'm gonna pick up the extra bit that's still here on my mixing palette with my brush. And then that'll also kind of prime the brush to keep you from getting like streaky. Can you guys see how beautiful the coverage is? But still feels really lightweight on the skin. I do make sure to bring it down my neck too, because usually things that have SPF, they will oxidize a little bit, so you don't want to have like a line of demarcation. It's beautiful, right? This is the shade 7C, so 7 Cool. Recording over here, okay? I'm not a robot, I promise. Okay, I think that one little pump was enough. I don't feel like I need more. Where's this like glitter coming from? Were you in my brush? But you can see like I have a little bit of bump left from that acne spot that I had, but it gave it pretty good coverage. Like I don't feel like I'm gonna have to spot conceal too much there. And then it evened out my redness really well. It still looks like skin. It's really beautiful. So if you're wanting something that has SPF in it, where's my lid? I put it on there already. If you're wanting something that has SPF, this is a really great product. The Olive Rose doesn't have added SPF, but it does have titanium dioxide, which is a mineral sun protectant. They just can't say that it has SPF because it's not like sun, what is it, like broad spectrum, broad, whatever, I can't remember. But it's not like actually added SPF. It comes from the mineral that helps to protect your skin from the sun. So anyway, I just wanted to try something different today. I also have another product from that same company, and it's this really beautiful everything balm. That's what it's called. And this color isn't a color that I would necessarily pick up on my own, but I thought it would be a really great color for like bronzing. Have you guys heard of that? It's like where you blush and bronze at the same time. So I think I'll give it a go and see how it goes. They did send me a brush as well. It's called the Multitasking Face Brush. So I thought maybe we could try these together, but again, I'm also gonna record it over here. So feel free to talk to me. I'm gonna like record, come over here, record, come over here. So then that way we can repost it other places, you know? All right. Get out of my way right now. Okay, I'm gonna clean off this little guy too so I don't end up putting my hand or arm or shirt in it. You love my top and my style. Thank you so much. It's such a cute top. It's like a bubble top and it's double lined. It's cutie. It's It's only available in a small and a large, but I'm gonna post it when I get off of here. I'll post a little outfit of the day. This little stack I'm not sure of. I wanted to like add some silver in here, so I added this, but I feel like I'm just gonna wear this. I don't know, we'll see. Once I get my hair and face done, I can make better decisions about an outfit. All right, so again, we're gonna use this Everything Balm, and then we're gonna go in and do like our brightening and all that stuff next. So I'm gonna record over here. Let's see what this brush looks like. Whoa, it's heavy. It's got weight to it. Is it just a single brush? Yes, okay. Here's what it looks like. I don't have this linked yet because this is obviously my first time using it, but I did link the serum that we just used, the skin tint that has SPF in it. It's on my ShopMy under makeup because it is really good and I do recommend it. If I like this, I'll put it in my ShopMy as well, but if you like it and I like it while we're on the live, you can still put it in your Versed cart if you want to shop the SPF as well, because it'll be on the same website. All right, this color is called Aura, by the way. Ooh, it's very like balmy, shiny. I think I'm gonna like that. It's very warm for me. I've gotten away from using like warm shades. I've leaned more cool. I feel like it flatters me a little bit better. But I really do like the way it's applying and the glossy finish of it. It's really pretty. Okay, this side I'm not gonna talk, so then that way I can edit this side. I think I would like this more as a blush, by the way. Formula is really beautiful though. It's super easy to blend out and it still has like a sheer finish. So it's not too overwhelming. See what I mean? Like that bronzing where it's like a blush and bronzer in one. I don't hate it, but I do think I would like the color better as a blush for me personally. It's actually really pretty. Okay, I do like it. Maybe I'll have to check out different colors of it, but it is really pretty. Okay, so we don't have anything else on our face aside from like the skin tint and now this balm. It's called an Everything Balm. You can use it as like a blush, a bronzer, an eyeshadow, a lippy. I'm using it as like a bronzer, if you will, blush and bronzer. But it is a really nice formula. I do like how it blended out. I do love that glossy finish. It's really pretty product for summer. The brush is also really nice. It's super, super soft. And I do like that angled shape of it. Makes it really easy to kind of tuck under the cheekbone, blend it out, and it still gives like an airy finish. All right, I'm gonna take that kabuki brush and I'm just gonna clean up underneath where I might have taken it a little too low. It's really pretty. I just love putting the skin tint on by itself. The Olive Rose one, I agree. I'm actually using the Versed one today. This is the Multi-Serum Skin Tint SPF from the same company as that Everything Balm that we just used. I have it in my Shop Mine, but this one has a little bit more coverage, so I don't love it on its own because it makes me look a little flat. So I do like to put more makeup on with that one. But if I'm just using Olive Rose, I can wear that by itself. What do you need? Okay, and then we need to add some blush. I need a little bit more depth here. And I don't know, what do you guys think? Should we just use this as blush? I'll wait and see what you guys say, but otherwise I'm gonna go in with my Saint to brighten. So I like to mix Candlelit and White Peach together, and then I go here on the side of my nose first, and then pull it down and up. That way we're not putting a bunch of product right underneath our eye, because that's where we tend to be a little more problematic. And then you can use your brush to blend it out, or you can use a finger. So I'm just gonna use my finger, and that warmth is really gonna just melt it into the skin and keep it looking really fresh, light. And it keeps you from having like any sort of brush strokes or anything like that if that's something you struggle with. It's really pretty. Kind of like it. I think it looks really natural once we put our concealer on. It like married them together nicely. Okay, same thing on the other side. I'm gonna go back and forth between those two colors. Press it onto the side of my nose. And then pull it down and up. Take your finger. Start where you have the most product, and it'll kind of load that product up onto your finger, and then blend it out. If you do have a lot of fine lines underneath your eye, look up so it kind of smooths them out, and then press it. And then if you still feel like maybe you put too much on, maybe it's a little heavy, you could take like a sponge and then press it into your skin, and it'll pick up any excess product. Just grabbing that same brush we used with that balm and like softening that edge so that it kind of, we don't have like a line from where our concealer starts and our bronzer begins, you know? Looks so natural. I really like it. A little bit of darkness here. I think I got some eyeliner underneath there. Okay, pretty. I like it. I do think I want just like a skosh more coverage, like just a little bit. So I'm gonna take my blush and bronzer brush and go into my foundation shade with the fluffy side, and I'm just going to kind of stipple or like whisper that across the areas I want a little bit more coverage, which is like right there on my healing acne spot, right where I have that rosacea kind of redness. I just kind of pinch the brush and then stipple, and then I'll let it out and then kind of fluff it across. I'm gonna go in with just like a little bit more of this so that I could decide if I am good with just this by itself, or do I want to add some blush? So I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more. Really great color if you're like more warm toned, because it does have that like warm kind of reddish undertone, like a brick color. But I believe they have a few different colors, maybe like 2 or 3 more colors. So I'd be interested to try another color. But this, I think, gives you that kind of sun-kissed Like, is she tanned? Is she sunburned? Or is that her skin kind of vibe? Really, really, really pretty. Love the formula. Looks stunning. As for me though, I'm gonna put on a little bit of pink blush. I need like a little bit of coolness to like balance all the warmth we have going on. So I'm gonna go into, what color are you? I think you're Ever Red maybe? Yeah, I don't think I wrote that. I think I'm gonna go in with this one. This is called Fig. This one, hold on. This one right here, it's like a deep kind of, let me show you. It looks like a plum in the tin, but when you put it on your skin, it has this like rosiness to it. And I think it'll kind of marry that balm really nicely without like having too much contrast. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of stippling that high up on my cheek. And then pulling it across like the bridge of my nose, the apples of my cheeks. I'm doing that mostly because I'm gonna style my bangs and I love blush. And when I have bangs, I want to be able to see my blush. And if I just do it high up on my cheeks, I kind of lose it because all my bangs are like sitting like this, you know? So I do like to do that little sun stripe of color across my nose. Just taking that same brush we used for our concealer and blending a little bit more since we added some blush. So pretty. I really like it. All right, so now you get to make big decisions. Do you want to set with powder? Do you want to live your glowy life? Like, either way works because I do feel like this skin tint wears really well just on its own. But I am gonna go to the chiropractor. My face is gonna be on the paper. I'm gonna leave some behind. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna add a little bit of insurance to my makeup, starting with bronzer. I have this bronzer linked in my Shop My, so if you guys are interested in it, I have not put it down since I got it. I love how it still keeps that really beautiful luminosity to my skin, but it adds a little bit of insurance to my makeup because it's a powder meeting a cream. So it sets it without taking away any sort of like color payoff, you know what I mean? So I just kind of stipple it over those areas where I would contour or bronze. And then I'll do a little bit here on the side of my nares. And then you can also take a little bit here, just so that everything looks nice and cohesive, right? Then I'm gonna do blush. This is the blush that I really have not put down. Same thing, it's in my Shop My, but I do feel like maybe it's a little too cool tone for like what we have going on right now. So I'm gonna do this. This is from NYX. I have it in my Amazon storefront. It's the color Better Than Before. Better Than Before. These are insanely pigmented, like insane. Like they could have dialed it back a little bit, but here's how I use them. I just like boop into it and then I use the cap to like work it into the brush and be very light-handed with it. So start higher up where you don't mind it being darker and then just do this like light tapping motion. Otherwise, you're gonna go right in the middle of your face or something and then you're gonna have regrets, okay? So stay high up. And then go to the middle of your face if that's where you like to put blush like me. Such a beautiful color, really gorgeous formula. I like how it lays on the skin, but the pigment is insane. So if you grab these, They're very affordable. They perform really well. They're just crazy pigmented. Do you guys got that? So be careful. All right, then I'm gonna go in with my setting powder. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in. You can see we have pores, right? We have skin, we are human. So we're gonna take our translucent setting powder and we're going to blur. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this powder and on a fluffy brush, we're going to press it into that more porous area and it's going to blur it. And I prefer a fluffy brush like this because it's gonna be more airy and light for my 37-year-old skin. If you are more oily, you can use like a powder puff like this. It'll be a little heavier of an application, but help control the oil a little bit more. But if you are drier, more mature, I recommend using like a fluffy, airy brush like this. Do you see how it blurred those pores? You'll see it here on my forehead too, whatever's here in my brush still. Just kind of dusting it across those porous fine lines. And you can see it's not leaving like a powdery residue, and that's because we're using the brush, but it is giving that like blurring effect. And then I'll take a little bit and go here. I always do this because this is where we tend to put our hands if we're resting on our hands, or our hair sits on our face right there. We're pushing our hair back. So we wanna keep your makeup from transferring in that area. Also putting it here on my little acne spot, just to kind of mattify it a little bit and take away that like light so that it's not reflecting so forward, you know? Sometimes when you go in with a powder with a brush, it can kind of take away that pigment a little bit, but what I like to do is kind of make a sandwich. So I'll put on my powder and then I'll take a tiny bit of my cream or concealer or whatever it is you're using, and then you kind of tap it over top again, and then you can take your brush again. Don't add a bunch more powder, just use whatever's in it, and it kind of sandwiches it and gives you more coverage. Okay, where's this black coming from? I used like eyeshadow in my waterline here, and I think it's like transferring. Lesson learned. Okay. So there's that. Last for powders is a highlighter. I'm gonna use this one. I gotta be careful because I dropped it and it's kind of broken, but this is from Rare Beauty. It is such a beautiful color and it goes on the skin so effortlessly, and it doesn't like accentuate a bunch of texture. It just kind of looks like lit from within vibes. And I like to put that on the high points of my face. And I have this and the color in my Shop My as well. Like that. And then I like to put a little bit here on the Cupid's bow. Cute, right? All right, let's pick up after myself because I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess. Okay, I do want like a little bit of brightening here on my inner corner, so I'm gonna take some silver eyeshadow and we're just gonna pop it right here. This eyeshadow is from Saint. It's the color called Unicorn, and I love popping it in the inner corner to reflect light. Holy cow. You missed your lash line, girl. Did they fall off or did you just take them off?
I took them off because it's really hard to like do her hair, like because they'll just stick on the hair. And
oh, okay.
Yeah, I gave her more freckles.
Well, if you want, you can get the little, like the thing we peeled them off of out of the trash right there.
Yeah.
And then you can store them on there. so that way you don't lose them.
No, I'm about to put them back. Yeah, that's a good idea. Sorry.
Okay. Just a little pop of brightness. We needed that. Still I'm a little too dark. Dark. Okay, what's next? We need some bottom lash mascara. I used my waterproof mascara on the top, and now I'm going to use my regular on the bottom. Just because I don't have to worry about a curl on the bottom. But I like the length that this gives. You can take that, honey, and you can do it out there.
Okay.
Because you keep bumping my table, honey.
Sorry.
I think that's what we needed. I can't wait to do my hair. I feel like an egghead right now. That's what I get for talking bad about myself. I got mascara on my makeup. Right. I love this mascara. It's so good. It's in my Amazon storefront if you're interested. All right, I do want this to look a little more summery than it is right now. I feel kind of a little edgy, and that's not the vibe I'm going for. So I'm gonna add some Frex. Why y'all so quiet? Making me feel all embarrassed. Hi, Amanda. You finally got to see me live. Welcome. How are you? How's your skin? Doing okay? I've been doing the IO1 twice a day, and it's been a game changer for me. I'm off my acne meds and off my birth control. And I mean, I have a breakout right here, but it's from my cycle. So, really happy about that. See how adding some freckles just makes it look more skin-like? Not so perfect, you know? All right. We need some setting spray because we're going to the chiropractor. Lord knows we're gonna leave some makeup on the table. So, I'm gonna use the Unique setting spray. This is the Prime and Set Mist. I'm gonna cover my eyes though because I don't want it to like make my lashes fall. Even though the mist on this is fantastic. Just some precautionary measures. What else? We need lips. My least favorite part. Girl, I sent you a message yesterday. It's a disaster, but I sent you a big thank you though. We need to talk. I'll look at my messages here shortly. I haven't yet, but I will. IO1 twice a day, a teaspoon in the morning, a teaspoon at night. You poor thing. This is the lip stain. It's like a peel off lip stain in the color Pinked. And I gotta be careful because I don't want to get it on my Invisalign. It'll stain it. So we're using it as a liner. Okay. So you gotta let that dry and then it'll peel off. Vitamin B is the devil, which is so crazy. My vitamin B was really low, and they told me to do like a over-the-counter vitamin B supplement, but I was really scared of like the acne aspect of it. So I ended up doing vitamin B injections so that I can like do little doses. So I'm doing 2 doses a week, way less than I'm supposed to, just to kind of get it up gradually versus like spiking it, you know? So really grateful for that. But vitamin B12, it is no bueno for acne prone people for sure. Trying to make this dry faster. So boring, I'm so sorry. The longer you leave it on though, the better it stays, but for the sake of this. So satisfying. And then whatever's left over on my lip, I'll just use like my paper towel here and clean it up. Like that. And then that way I can put liner on and whatever, but then as it wears off, I'll still have like a little bit of color in my lip. I think I'm gonna use something with more color. Yeah, I think I use this. This is the Maybelline Lifter Liner in the color Fine Line. And it kind of matches this really well. And then I'm gonna like redefine my lip line.
Can I curl her hair?
Not right now.
Okay. You look cute.
I want you to go get dressed because once I'm done here, I'm gonna record my hair and then we need to get moving. So go get dressed, please.
Okay.
Such a great drugstore lip liner, guys. So creamy. I have a pretty good color selection. I would say they're mostly nudes, but very affordable, very performative. Like they perform really well. All right, there's that. And then, what other color do I want to do? I kind of just, like, I want it to last. Let's see. Okay, I showed these to you guys the other day. And when I tell you these I literally had to scrub off my lips. I mean it. I had to scrub because nothing was taking them off. So it's a blur, they're blurring nude shades up to 12-hour wear, transfer proof, and lightweight fill. They are lightweight, but I will say they're not like super hydrating or anything. So I would say like if you're gonna wear them, make sure you prep your lips before, like sleep with Aquaphor and kind of like exfoliate your lips before you put them on, because they in fact do stay, okay? So, what color? I can't remember if this is like more peachy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this one. Okay, I'll put it on my storefront, and also I'll just link like everything that I used if we like the color. I'll take a picture and then I'll post it for you guys so that way you can find it, because you're always asking about lip colors. So I will do that, but insane the staying power of this. And they go on like really fluffy, kind of velvety feeling. And then they're kind of like the vinyl ink lip, if you've ever tried those. They're like a little sticky at first, so I don't like to like smush my lips together. Just let them dry, and then it's gonna be there literally all day. Okay, honey, I will. I'm all yours in like 20 minutes, okay? I'm all yours. But right now, I'm working, okay? Oy, oy, oy. Pretty. I like that it's like nude, but not like too nude, you know what I mean? Okay. I'm gonna just let that dry down, and then you can kind of build it up if you want, but I kind of want just a little bit more so you can't see that line. But it's crazy how long these last. Crazy, crazy. Whoa. Your girl about colored out of the lines. Okay, I'm good with that. That matches your necklace perfectly. Thank you. Yeah, you guys are you're absolutely right. Okay. Now, I think that's it. We're gonna let it dry. I wanna be able to show you guys how it just does not move, which I really appreciate, especially because ever since I got Invisalign, everything gets on my teeth. Everything. It doesn't matter what I put on. It's like I'll put on a clear gloss and then my teeth will feel all waxy because it just like gets in there. So I wore this the other day and it didn't really move and it didn't transfer onto my teeth, which I really appreciated. Oh, Angela, you're the one I was talking to about the trilogy, right? The Me Before You. I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong though. I started the second book and it's so good so far. I will send you some photos. My poor face and my back broke out wild times, but hoping it's on the mend now. Dang it. I'm so sorry. It's the worst. If you have IO1, if you have the IO1, I would highly recommend doing it twice a day. Do it twice a day. Every morning and every night. I do like a whole teaspoon, which equals about 2.5 full pipettes. So I have to like redip it like 5 times because you know I've only pulled up this much every morning and every night. And it's been amazing. Like, yes, I get hormonal breakouts now, but it's nothing compared to what I thought I was going to go through after getting off of my acne med and my birth control. So if I could encourage you to do that, highly recommend. I go through 2 a month, but it's so worth it to be off those meds and just to feel better. Okay. I can still feel it's still like drying down. Like you can see how it kind of sticks. But once that goes away, it's just on there. So I'm just gonna blot it. And then I'm gonna just leave it and it will not move once it's like completely dried down. So Angela, for people who are more acne prone, I recommend doing it every morning and every night because we tend to have like an imbalance in our gut. We are not oxidizing our oils correctly. And that's why a lot of times us with acne, we get these like cystic breakouts because our oils are not oxidizing appropriately. And so the antioxidant helps to oxidize properly so that like the oils move through our skin better versus getting clogged and creating these like cystic breakouts. So if you are acne prone, doing it twice a day is amazing. But if you're not, just doing it the once in the morning as it recommends is great too. So it just kind of depends on what your goal is. Okay, so I'm gonna blot it one more time. Look. Barely transferring, and it's gonna be on there. I think I blotted it too soon because you can see it kind of removes some. So I'm actually gonna put more on, but I just wanted to show you like it has insane staying power. It says 12 hours and it probably lasted more. So I'm gonna put on a little bit more just to get rid of that lightness. But if you let it go through the drying down process, you'll love these if you're wanting like a long wear lippy. I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna go do my hair and then I'll post, I took a before picture, so I'll post an after picture for you guys. I'll also, if you guys are interested, hold on, my nose is running, don't be weird. I'll post my lip combo that I used today. So that way you can easily find it if you're interested. Is there anything else you guys think I should add? So a quick recap, if you missed the beginning, we used the Versed Skin Solution Multi-Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. Say that 10 times fast. We used this. I only did 1 pump for my whole entire face. Gives really good coverage and it has sun protection. And then we used a new product from Versed. They have this like everything balm, so you could use it on your eyes, your lips, your cheeks. You could do blush, bronzer all in one, which is kind of what we did. I did add a little bit more blush in a cooler tone just because I am who I am, but it's a really beautiful formula. This is the color Aura, and I used their brush, which I think was called the multitasking brush. Really super, super, super soft, but not necessary if you have like Saint brushes because it's similar. Okay. What else? I already had my eyes done. I just did a quick little liner, a little bronzer on my eyelids. And then we did unicorn eyeshadow on the inner corner. And then for powders, I used the Dibs powder in the shade Vanilla Latte. I have it in my I have it in my Shop My. And then we did the Better Than Before NYX powder bronzer to top our creams. And then for highlight, we did the Rare Beauty and Mesmerize for that glow. And then we set everything with the Touch Behold from Younique. And then I also did the translucent setting powder to blur. Lip combo, I will take a picture and link it for you. Other than that, I need to do my hair. Okay. Oh, I only do eyeliner. Okay, got it. Thanks. I will continue doing daily. Not perfect, but consistent. You're so sweet. I'm so glad that you're doing all the things. I bet you feel amazing. Do my hair live, please. I really want to, but I have 10 people watching me right now. I have 10 people on here, and if I just record it and then like post it as a reel, more people will see it. I hate that it's like this because I love being able to just do it all and then be done. But that's just not the way it works anymore. I just don't get it. So, I would, but I'm going to record it. I do appreciate you guys though so much, and I will, and I also don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm just gonna record me restyling my bangs, and then as far as everything else, I'm not sure, but it has to be chiropractor appropriate because I gotta be able to lay both ways. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you later. Love you.